In this baked jalapeno popper chicken recipe, try to say that 5 times fast, I'm gonna share some tips with you for how to build flavor throughout the entire dish. We're also gonna make sure that that chicken stays nice and juicy, and we're going to create a jalapeno popper topping that tastes identical to the real deal. We're gonna go ahead and knock out all of that boring prep work first. Remove the core from 6 jalapenos and then dice them up nice and small. If you don't like it too spicy, you really want to take the time to make sure you get that membrane and the seeds out of the jalapeno. Next, we are going to grate some cheese. Now, I know grating cheese feels like an extra boring task, but freshly grated cheese will make a huge difference in both the flavor and the texture of your jalapeno popper topping. It's an extra step and it's totally worth it. Grate 3/4 cup of Monterey Jack cheese and a 1/2 cup of mild cheddar. On to the good stuff, the bacon. You'll just stack those bacon strips right on top of one another, cut them down the middle crosswise, then cut them down the middle lengthwise, and then you'll just make some nice big dices from there. Now we're gonna set the cutting board aside for just a sec, and we're gonna bring in 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And we're also going to bring in a gallon-size zip top bag. The freezer bags are gonna work better for this because they're a little bit thicker than just your standard storage bag, and a kitchen mallet, or you could also use a rolling pin. I'm just gonna add 2 chicken breasts at a time to my bag here. Press all of the air out and seal it up. Now the goal here isn't to make the chicken flat as a pancake. The goal is to make the chicken an even thickness. So we're just gonna pound out the thick end of the chicken so that it matches the skinny end of the chicken. And I always check in with my hand, kind of using it as a gauge to see if it'll lay flat on the chicken. And if so, the chicken's ready and you can stop all the pounding. Okay, these are good. Check it out. Totally flat and even. Bring back the cutting board. We're gonna use this as our work surface to prep and season the chicken. You're gonna grab a couple paper towels and pat the chicken dry. The reason that we're patting the chicken dry is because we want to remove all of that exterior excess moisture off of the chicken so that the oil can stick, so that the seasoning can stick. Drizzle the chicken with about a tablespoon of avocado or canola oil. Rub it in. Now I'm going to combine my spices. 1 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 3/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Just mix that up, and then you're gonna sprinkle that spice mixture all over both sides of the chicken. Chicken is looking great. Most of the prep is done. Now we're gonna move it over to the stovetop and we're gonna really start building some flavor. Place a skillet over medium-high heat and bring it to temperature. Now you're gonna add in the bacon and you're gonna let that cook for about 6 to 8 minutes, just until it's crispy to your liking. Transfer the bacon to a paper towel lined plate. Now you're gonna add the chicken to the bacon grease, and that chicken is going to sear and start to soak up all that yummy flavor left behind from the bacon. You're just gonna sear the chicken for about 3 minutes on one side, then flip it and sear it for about 2 minutes on the other side. We are not cooking the chicken all the way through at this point. We're just trying to get some really great color and flavor going on the outside of the chicken. Now the chicken's gonna go out and the jalapenos are gonna go in. And now those jalapenos are gonna start picking up on all of the flavor left behind from the savory chicken, the delicious bacon, and you're going to end up with the most delicious jalapeno popper filling ever. So you're just gonna stir those jalapenos around for a little bit, maybe 3 minutes, just until they're softened. Then we're gonna take them out and we're gonna get to building this chicken up. Okay, I forgot to tell you, but at this point, your chicken is going to be housed in a 9 by 13 inch baking dish. Then you're gonna add the softened jalapenos along with most of the bacon to the bowl. Add 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese, a 1/2 cup of the Monterey Jack cheese, a 1/4 cup of the cheddar, and 1 beaten egg. Use a handheld mixer at medium-high speed and mix those ingredients up. Make sure that your cream cheese is softened to room temperature. It's really important so that your ingredients can all mix evenly and smooth into one another. Now you're going to take that jalapeno popper filling and you're going to add a couple big dollops on top of each chicken breast and top it with the rest of the Monterey Jack and the cheddar cheese. Now you're gonna get really extra and finish it off with a couple sprinkles of diced bacon right on top. Then you're gonna bake the chicken at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes or until the internal temperature of that chicken registers at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna make it even more gorgeous with an extra little sprinkle of fresh cilantro, and then let it cool for another 10 minutes or so. And friends, you can dig right in.